Scientists believe that we're in the midst of another mass extinction. However, this time, the cause of extinction isn't nature, but it's human activity.
Humans are exploiting the planet for numerous reasons. This overexploitation is causing serious damage to the environment and to the animals.
We are currently using 25% more natural resources than is sustainable for planet Earth. Communities are suffering, and biodiversity loss has a direct impact on humans as well as hurt the health of the Earth.
The leading causes of biodiversity loss are habitat loss and degradation, introduction of invasive species, pollution, overexploitation of natural resources, and of course, climate change.
The destruction of habitat is currently the leading cause of biodiversity loss. Humans are the main cause for this loss of habitat. We clear out forests, marshlands, and other habitats to make things like homes, shopping malls, and skyscrapers.
We also clear out habitats for farmland and fisheries. Harvesting of timber also wipes out a large portion of habitat for animals. Also making dams alters streams, which are home to several different species of animals.
Fish are scrumptious creatures for humans to eat. However, we overeat them with destructive fishing methods. Many fishermen use bottom trawls. They're wide nets made of chains weighing tons, which then scrape the bottom of the ocean and clear cut everything in their path.
Habitats don't even have to be fully destroyed in order to cause extinction. A minor change in pH of water or pollution could potentially decrease biodiversity. Things such as roads create habitat fragmentation, and fragmentation can put species under stress as well as decrease gene pools.
Several of these animal habitats are valuable to both animals and humans. Many ecosystems provide ecosystem services for people. Therefore, if people hurt animal habitats, they also hurt themselves.
A second major cause to biodiversity loss is the introduction of invasive species. They have several negative impacts and are considered problems to local and global biodiversity. Invasive species have the power to outcompete others for resources, displace native species, and alter habitats.
Invasive species are usually selected, pioneer species, toxic, generalists, long-lived, and have high dispersal rates. An example of an invasive species is a cane toad in Australia. They ate anything that could fit in their mouths, which took resources from natives, and they were toxic, so many predators died from eating them. And they were reproduced at an extremely fast rate.
Pollution is the next major cause of biodiversity loss, such as this beer can and this chair. Contaminants such as pesticides, acids, oil, and others can alter habitats, change reproductive cycles, as well as poison animals. Pollution can be through air, land, or water.
They can release nutrients that lead to algal blooms or raise water temperatures, making areas uninhabitable for certain species, as well as contribute to global warming. An example of the harmful effects of pollution is the BP oil spill. Animals were trapped in the tar-like petroleum and died. The oil was so thick that it blocked out the sun, causing life to be very difficult for the creatures living underwater.
Overexploitation can be deadly to biodiversity. Activities such as overhunting and overfishing can cause many species to go extinct. Several of these species are valuable to their environment and to humans. Any ecosystem can be harvested to some degree. However, it is important to leave a sustainable amount of individuals in a population.
Animals like the bison and the dodo bird suffered the effects of overexploitation and were used mainly for meat. The dodo bird became extinct, and the bison endured massive drops in population.
Luckily, regulations were made to stop activities such as poaching, overexploitation, and animal trafficking. The Lacey Act prohibits the trade in things that have been illegally taken, possessed, transported, or sold. The U.S. Endangered Species Act prohibits the take in interstate sales as well as trade of threatened or endangered animals.
Climate change causes major biodiversity loss. It goes hand in hand with habitat loss because they both alter the ecosystems where animals live. Changes in temperature and precipitation across the globe happen faster, and animals can adapt, causing them to move locations or die.
Most of the time, animals can't find another habitat that suits their niche as well as the old one. Therefore, several species struggle to survive. Coral is bleaching and diseased due to rising temperature and acidification. Eucalyptus leaves are losing their nutrients, turtle eggs are being altered by rising sand temperature, and there are many other issues.
Listen. It's time to wake up and change our habits. It's getting hard to watch our planet die.